Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring the essential oil of Summer Savory. Summer Savory is a herb that is native to Europe but has also become naturalised in North America. It grows to about 30 to 60 centimetres high and has these beautiful lilac, lavender, purple tubular flowers which tend to flower around July to September, which of course in the Northern Hemisphere is summer. Now this has been used as a cooking herb for many years, and it's great for flavouring things like soups, and it's even nicknamed the bean herb. So if you're cooking with beans or legumes and want to spice it up a little bit, then Summer Savory is really great to use. Now the essential oil comes when we steam distill the leaves and we get a real spicy hot oil. Now the name Summer Savory links it to the satyrs. Now these are mythological beings that were half man on the top and their bottom half was either a goat or a horse. They tended to hang out in wild places, in natural places like this. They had a real, wildness and kind of party hard kind of flavour to them. They were really uninhibited, had a real high sexual energy, and so they have a real linking to this herb and this essential oil as well. In fact, they were said to hang out wherever Summer Savory would grow. So we're going to look at how we can bring that energy in and how we can work with Summer Savory essential oil to benefit your body, your mind, and your spirit. Summer Savory is a hot, spicy oil, and it's really going to lift you when you're feeling weak or depleted. Now, you're going to have to be very careful if you're using it topically, because if you put it straight on the skin, it could cause some irritation, like oils such as thyme or oregano. So you definitely want to put it in a carrier oil and dilute it to a safe dilution. Now, I find it really lifts me and it gives great support and helps with optimum well-being of systems like the immune system, the digestive system, and the respiratory system. In fact, the digestive system, when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed and your belly gets a little bit funny and that type of thing, that's where I really love to start using Summer Savory. It's also really great for helping you with cleansing the home. So it's great for like putting in cleaning products, maybe mixing it with a citrus and as a bench spray, or diffusing even, for kind of clearing out the energy. Plus, it's also really good. They used to use the Summer Savory plant, and if you got bitten by a bug, they'd rub it on there, and so the oil's could be used for a similar thing as well. So this is a really diverse oil. Of course, it's going to be used with a bit of care, and you're only going to need a little bit because of its hot, spicy impact. But a little oil will go a long way. If Summer Savory essential oil could give you one word of advice, it would be, stop worrying about what other people think. This oil, because of its hot spiciness, really helps to strengthen the mind and bring back your juju back and recreate that passion within you that's going to allow you to go and live your life how you want to live it. It's really great for letting you realize that you don't need to be there for people all the time. So, they will still care for you if you go out and do your own thing, and people will still feel cared, and allow them to go out and do their thing as well. Now, imagine if you were on an aeroplane with Summer Savory, it would be putting its oxygen mask on first. It worries about itself first, and it's really important that you do that so that you are shining at your best. Now, Summer Savory, because of that link to the satyrs as well, really helps you to come in and become uninhibited and start exploring those bits that you maybe don't want to explore, or that you're worried to show out in the world because maybe you'll lose your social position, or what, again, will other people think? We often see these beautiful movies where there's a kid sitting in school staring out the window, dreaming about what they'll become or what they'll do one day. And of course, because it's a movie, it normally ends up happening. Well, Summer Savory helps you to be that person in that movie, that young child, to do what you actually want to do, to follow your dreams. We often have these things that maybe we don't even feel comfortable telling anyone else about, we just think about. This is really great for Summer Savory. We'll start to, okay, how can I start to pursue that as well? And of course, because of its sexual energy as well, if you want to explore your sexuality or your sensuality, this is going to be a really good oil to help to bring that out as well. If you've been drawn to Summer Savory essential oil, it would suggest to me that maybe you're becoming stressed and overwhelmed by trying to keep everyone else happy. Summer Savory wants you to go out and explore the world, and what it does, it encourages understanding of the world and exploration of the world, not by sitting and reading about it or watching documentaries or theorizing about it, but actually getting out and exploring. This, of course, does have that energy of the satyr. Now, the satyrs were these wild animals or wild creatures. They weren't animals, they were half man, but what they were very celebratory. They were very uninhibited. They would go out and have a wild time and a great time, and through that they would gain a lot of experience. You know, in mythology, they were often seen as being these wild, kind of reckless animals, but there were different stories where they were sometimes captured, or, you know, someone had to deal with them one-on-one, and because of all the experience they had, they actually were able to impart great wisdom. So Summer Savory really wants you to do that, to get excited, to get wild, to go out there and explore the world. And that's how we're going to grow, by living life, not by sitting there on our couch, reading about it, watching what other people do. You know, on social media, the question that Summer Savory might ask you is, are you a consumer or a contributor? And in life, are you a consumer or a contributor? Summer Savory moves consumers to the contributors and gets you out there having a good old time. Summer Savory is definitely an essential oil of the sacral chakra. Now, this is an orange energy center. It's just below your navel, and it's connected to the reproductive system. The reproductive system has two functions: creativity or creation, and pleasure. So this is going to be an oil that's going to help with both of those things. It's really going to help you to become uninhibited with your sexuality and your sensuality, and to explore that in a way that is pleasurable to both yourself and your partners. Now, it's also, as you start to work with that, I want you to imagine this fire in your belly kind of brewing up. Remember, it's a hot, spicy oil, so it's going to fire up that energy, and it's going to help with your creativity. It's going to help you to come up with new ideas. It's going to help you to find how to get those great ideas and move them into action, so you're out there actually living in them as well. So whenever you need to be kind of really enjoying your life, being creative, getting out there and having a good time, life is meant to be pleasurable. Remember that the gods gave us this beautiful earth and all these amazing pleasures to experience them. And each time you're experiencing them, you are celebrating the gifts that they gave you. And Summer Savory really wants you to do that. So if you need to light that fire in your belly, like bring up that volcano, then start working with Summer Savory in as many ways as you can. Get it in you, on you, and around you, and its fire will start to ignite in you, and you'll get out there and shine your brightest. Now, being a herbaceous oil, very similar to thyme or oregano, it may not be the best aroma to just diffuse by itself. You may want to mix it with some other oils. And of course, citruses always come in so beautifully and really bring up these herbaceous oils and make really nice blends. Now, the first citrus oil that definitely comes to mind when I'm thinking of Summer Savory would be tangerine. Tangerine is the oil of the adventurer. It awakens that curiosity in us. So imagine awaking up that curiosity, and then you've got the Summer Savory that goes, okay, let's get out there and do it as well. So it kind of gets you out and about. Now, another great one would be lime. I was actually doing a bit of research, and someone was recommending making a hand soap with a bit of Summer Savory and lime. Now, lime is very cleansing. You know, in Malaysia, they believe that evil spirits hate it, and Summer Savory is sometimes used as a cleanser as well. So if you need to kind of cleanse and reignite that energy, remember lime really helps with that kind of less zest of life, then this can be a really great combo as well. But play around with them. Now, of course, being an aphrodisiac kind of oil, you'd mix it with other aphrodisiac oils. A lot of your floral oils, you know, it'd be great with rose or jasmine or neroli, maybe cardamom, you could pop some of that in a blend. Vetiver would be great, sandalwood, all those different types of ones, and even vanilla or cacao would be great as well. Try with those blends, maybe make an aromatic dressing, so you kind of, you know, mixing it with a carrier oil and dressing yourself instead of using dreadful perfumes, which are definitely not good for us. This would be a great blend as well. But have you got another blend or even a cooking recipe? I'd love to hear about them as well. For Summer Savory, pop them in the comment section below so we can all learn a little bit more. When I work with essential oils, I take a holistic approach and bring in other aspects of nature, to bring in lessons, to bring in energies, and so on. I love working with crystals, and the crystal that definitely comes to mind when I'm working with Summer Savory is called zincite. Now, it comes in different colors, but orange is my favorite color. There's a little piece here, and you can see I've got a bit around my neck as well. Zincite is very hard to find naturally out in nature. You will most often find it in zinc smelter chimneys, often in Poland. So it's kind of a natural crystal that forms in a man-made environment. Now, it has a real fiery energy about it. It helps to, again, fire us up. It helps with our sexuality, our sensuality, our creativity, our passion for life, our lust for life, our real fever. So this is a real great one to work with when you're working with Summer Savory. So if you are feeling a bit flat, if you are feeling a bit dull, this is going to be absolutely amazing. remember that the plant actually blossoms and is at its best when it is in when it's summer in the northern hemisphere. So it's great for those in the northern hemisphere for firing up at that time when we're meant to be out in the world. And if we're getting a little bit cold here in the winter hemisphere, or sorry, the southern hemisphere, in winter at the same kind of time, it can help to keep us warm, a little bit of warmth, and keep us going as well. Now, the animal guides that I'd work with when I was working with Summer Savory, of course the satyr comes in first of all, and you've got the bottom half of either a horse or of a goat, you know, and sometimes they've got the ears and the horns as well of the either one of those animals. So you've got with the horse, you've got that real passion and that power and get out there and freedom, that real energy that we want when we're working with Summer Savory. Or you've got the goat. Now the goat has got that sure-footedness which can climb up the mountains and get wherever it needs to go. It can succeed and gives us the ability to do that as well. So when you need a bit of passion to get out there and explore life, to succeed at whatever you do, either the horse or the goat can really show you how to do that if you tune into their energy. Now, astrologically, remember I said at the start that it's a purple flower? Any plant that has a purple flower is associated with Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion. And so thus, the best day to work with Summer Savory would be on a Thursday, and the best star sign for it would be Sagittarius. Now remember, Sagittarians, they're the archers. They fire their arrows off into the future and off they go running. And so to bring in that Sagittarian energy, whether you're a Sagittarius or another star sign, this would be a great oil to work with as well. Another star sign that does come to mind when I'm thinking of Summer Savory is Aquarius. Now, Aquarians are very wise. You know, I often say that they've already worked out how to solve all the world's problems and just waiting for all the other star signs to catch up. But sometimes one of the challenges with Aquarians is because there's so much in the mind, they'll like to think and ponder and reconsider and think a bit more, and opportunities can pass them by. Tickets sell out and they just miss out on different things. And so because this is an oil of getting out there and being in action, if you find you've got a lot of Aquarian energy in you and you do tend to miss out on opportunities because you ponder or think about things too much, Summer Savory is going to be really great for you to work with as well. Now remember, when it comes to essential oils, not all essential oils are the same, and even the labeling around the world, even if it says a pure essential oil, it's not guaranteed. You want to look at what testing is done on that essential oil. You want to get an essential oil that's going to be really pure, a real therapeutic grade one, and that's going to allow you to do a lot more with it. Of course, each company will show you and explain how you can safely use that essential oil, but as long as you're getting it either on you, around you, or in you, if it's a consumable essential oil, then this is going to have a magical effect, just like we've described about in this video. Now, what's been your experience with Summer Savory essential oil? Please share with our nature-loving team below and put a comment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.